and I hope you guys have had an amazing weekend. This is going to be a quick video on my top 5 tips on how, well, 5 foundation tips for living in a hot climate. As you may know, I live in the beautiful and sunny Lagos, Nigeria, and you really don't want to wear anything too cakey or too heavy day in, day out, because it just gets quite uncomfortable and it clogs up your pores. Today I know I'm a bit of a mess. My hair's a bit of a mess and my makeup is a bit of a mess. But I'm really tired, and I went to Love Like a Movie yesterday with Dari featuring Ciara, and it was absolutely amazing. So my makeup right now is very minimal. Literally just some light foundation, bit of blusher, wearing a MAC lip stain, eyebrows, eyelashes, that's it. So yeah, this is pretty much what I would wear day in, day out. You can see some of my imperfections, so you probably see some of my dark spots, but hey ho, it's daily makeup, nothing too heavy. Let's get started. Tip number 1 is application. For an even, smooth application, I would suggest you use a sponge. I use the Original Beauty Blender, and what that does is it absorbs the right amount of product so you don't use too much. You can then use the sponge and dab it across your face for a smooth, flawless finish. Don't use your fingers, don't rub with your fingers. It leaves for a very cakey finish and it just is really uneven. So I would say opt for a sponge, and the Original Beauty Blender is the one I would suggest. Number 2, less is more. So make sure you use a foundation that is conducive to your environment. So because you'll probably just want to use this for a daily use, you don't need a heavy full coverage foundation. You can leave that for the days that you need it for. Day in, day out, try and find a light, somewhat water-based, gel-based foundation. Something that will give you, still give you light coverage, but it will feel quite light. At the moment, I'm using Water Weight, which is the new foundation by MAC, and it definitely isn't a heavy coverage, but I really do like it. It's light on the skin. It lasts for about 6 to 8 hours. So I would suggest that you get a gel-based or a water-based, like a face and body foundation.
Somebody came to disturb me. Don't know why, but yeah. Isn't she gorgeous? Yeah, whatever. Okay, nobody cares.
Tip number 3 is to use a nice loose powder to seal your foundation so that it lasts as long as possible. Now try not to use anything too heavy. Also don't put another cream based or anything on top of your foundation already. So I like to use a bit of a Studio Fix powder. So I just use a buffer brush and I just apply that all over my face. I normally then just go over very lightly with Benai just to set it, banana. But please make sure that you use the powder that's best for your shade. Don't go a light shade up or a shade down if you want a daily natural look. Number 4, which I go on about all the time, is primer. Make sure you use a nice mattifying yet hydrating primer as the base before you put on your foundation. This really helps to smoothen and even out your pores. So when you do apply your light foundation, you get as much coverage as possible. Number 5. Okay, I can't stress how important this is. When you live in a country that has a lot of sun rays and your face is exposed to a lot of sun, it is important and necessary to use products, where possible of course, use products that have a high SPF factor, which means sun protection factor. The higher the SPF in the product, it means you have added protection. And if you're someone that doesn't wear sunscreen or sunblock on a daily basis, this can definitely help the protection of your skin. I use sunblock as well as making sure that when I have the chance, if a product does have a high SPF, I will make sure that I get that product. So yeah, make sure you protect your face from the sun so that you get all the benefits from the sun, but not all the negative stuff. Honestly, thank you guys so much for watching the video. I really hope it wasn't boring, and if you did like it, make sure you subscribe and you share and you like, and I'm going to bring you another video next week. So in the meantime, I hope you guys have a fantastic week. Stay blessed.